lives that's been saved. 1, 2, 3. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Visit v.org/donate.
Morning, everybody.
This is DC and RC. I'm Daniel Cormier, former UFC 2 Division champion.
And I'm RC, man, Ryan Clark. I'm a Super Bowl champ, but for now, I'm tapping in, not out with DC, because DC and RC is ready to roll.
Be sure to follow our new podcast where we're going to talk mixed martial arts, sports, we're going to talk life, maybe soap operas. All the while, we'll be having fun.
That's DC and RC. Follow wherever you listen to your podcast.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader.
And that was gone!
Des Moines Radio Group station. The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Yeah.
You're on.
Go ahead.
Ready, set, go.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. Live streaming on the Imperial RV live stream on the Outdoor Call Radio app Facebook page. And Andrew's over there manning the phones. We've got a good show for you today. We're going to have fishing legend Denny Brauer on. Good morning, Steven. Morning, Scotty. Good morning, Richard. Good to see you. Denny Brauer, bass legend, only guy to ever, I believe, be on a Wheaties box and all that other fun stuff. We're talking bass for the first hour anyway. And then we're going to have Jamie Cook from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources on, talking about a new turkey program here in Iowa that I think you're going to like. And then we'll have other outdoor stuff to throw at you in between. Your chance of winning some Iowa Deer Classic tickets. The Classic is coming up here pretty quick, March 1st through the 3rd. I'll tell you more about that as well. Show's brought to you in part by good friends out of Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. You get $60 a month. We'll get you a 12 by 50 assigned spot. You get a month free when you pay for a year. Security keeps 24/7 security cameras, discount for multiple spots. All you got to do is give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362, 515-822-1362. And they'll help you out, and they'll do a great job. I have my stuff down there for a long time, and good people, nice and clean. Get in and out, nobody bothers you. It's just a nice spot.
Nice spot.
Nah. See what?
Oh, nice spot. Yeah, I know a lot of people who love that, so I was just going to give a shout out to them as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Great people. Great people. Obviously, great stuff.
Well, there you go. Speaking of great people, let's head over to the phones. We're going to talk to one of the nicest guys in angling, Mr. Denny Brauer. What's up there, buddy?
How you doing, Dan?
I'm good. What's going on down in Texas?
Yeah, we got nice warm weather. The fish are biting.
7 degrees and snow here in Iowa. Come on up.
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I'm at. Thank you anyway, though.
Good morning, Jeff Knutson. Good to see you. Man, I tell you, Denny, I know you grew up, I know you were around Missouri forever. Did you grow up in Missouri?
I actually grew up in Nebraska.
Did you?
I know all about that cold weather and snow.
Man, I tell you what, if it wasn't for the deer hunting, Denny, I'm just telling you right now, I'd be living somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. I actually had a thought of retiring up in Minnesota. That's even worse.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, a warm winter's day up there is like 5 below.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. The older I get, the more I hate cold weather.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, how's the fishing been? Have you done any tournaments yet? I know you're retired, but are you still fishing? Are you just playing for fun?
No, I fish some local events. I haven't fished much since the first of the year. I tore my knee up out, and Colorado mountains, and I've got to get a knee replacement here in a couple of weeks. So I've been kind of babying it, but I did go out yesterday, and they were biting pretty good.
Were you elk hunting?
No, we were mountain lion hunting.
Wow, that's even worse. I mean, that's a physical hunt.
It's the most physical hunting I've ever done.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people realize how physical that is. It's crazy. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your knee, man. I got a torn meniscus in my left knee. It's been like that for 3 years, and I keep putting it off because I'm a big baby. I don't want to go get surgery. And it's not a lot of fun, is it?
No, it's not. I've been down that route with my other knee a few years ago. It just kind of slows you down for a few weeks.
Yeah. So, what are you seeing on the bass? So, I mean, what are they? I mean, you guys are just south of us, I would think. Maybe a little southwest Texas is. Where's the bass at right now? Pre-spawn, spawning? What are they doing?
It's pre-spawn yet. Even down here in Del Rio, as far south as we are, some fish are starting to move up, but those fronts keep backing them off. Water temperatures running about 58, so it won't be long, and you're going to see some spawning fish. But our big spawning months are March and April.
Yeah, I talked to your buddy the other day, Mr. Grigsby. I said, "What are you doing?" I had him on the air. I said, "What are you doing, Shaw?" He goes, "Oh, just fishing." He goes, he was getting his boat wrapped or something, and I said, "What's the bass doing down there?" "Oh, they're spawning." I said, and this was like early February. It's like, man, it must be nice. I go, no wonder your fish get so big down there. They grow all year.
Yeah, down in Florida, they spawn for several months down there. They got the right conditions, and of course, their big spawns happen obviously in January, February, and March. But they'll probably have some fish spawning year round down there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Steven says he enjoyed seeing Denny on FS1 recent series, The Cast, which is a chronicled history of the Bass organization. So Steven said, "Tell you hi."
I appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Steven. Hey, Pete. Pete the Donut Man, Ariati. You ever had Daylight Donuts, Denny?
I have.
Yeah. He's like a big shot with Daylight Donuts. He travels all over. So, well, I got to ask you. With everything going on with electronics, I'm getting back into the fishing game this year a little bit. It's what do we need to focus on more than if you were telling somebody if you're just getting into fishing or if you're getting back into it, you've been out of it for a few years. What would be the first thing you would tell them to start focusing on?
Oh boy, it's time on the water. Obviously, I don't know if there's any one thing that I can pick out, but the more time you spend on the water, the more you understand how fish relate to weather and the different changes, and I think that's very important. I know back years ago, you'd look at the successful anglers on tour, and most of them were fishing guys. They'd spent so much time on the water, they knew what to do no matter what the conditions were. But, just be open-minded, learn the different techniques, learn your electronics. Electronics are becoming more and more important in tournament fishing as time goes on. So it's not a one-thing deal anymore. It's get out there and learn how to do it all.
What's a no-slip loop knot on a crankbait? Does that really give a crankbait more action than a polymer or cinch knot or whatever?
I don't do that. All my crankbaits have got either some type of snap or an O-ring on them, and I tie a polymer knot directly to it. That's just my favorite knot. I got a lot of confidence in it. I can tie it the same every time, which gives me the consistency. And I use the Seagull line with it. And I just don't break off. I'll go a whole year and never break a fish off.
I'll be honest with you. I was on Facebook the other day doing some social media stuff, and a post came up for a video of that, or a reel. They call them reels. And I don't know if I've ever seen that knot. Has that knot been out there for a while?
Are you talking the Palomar knot?
No, it's called the no slip loop knot. And when you're finished tying it, it's got like a loop going through the face of the lure. The knot's not all the way down on the what do you call the little loop thing that you tie your line to on a crankbait?
Yeah, Yeah, the eye of the crankbait.
Yeah, it's got a loop going through the eye, and then your knot's above it, so it's a no slip. I never really heard of that knot, but man, it's all over the place now.
Well, that might be fine if you've got a crankbait that doesn't have a O-ring or any type of snap on it. But just about all your good quality crankbaits nowadays come with some type of O-ring on them, where you tie to that, and that allows it to have all the freedom of action you need. So I never tie a loop knot. That's just not part of my arsenal at all.
Yeah, though they say it gives it more action, Denny. That's why I was asking you, because I'm a polymer knot guy. I don't care how choppy the water is or what I'm doing. I can tie a polymer in my sleep, and it's a fast, easy knot. And I just don't get broke off or break a lot of line with that knot. I love that knot.
Yeah, you don't need to know a lot of knots. You just need to know of one good knot.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, the older I get and the worse my eyes get, you want something you can thread through that eye and tie off, and you're not out there for 20 minutes when you're missing the schools, you know?
Well, exactly. If you've got a real complicated knot that takes too much time to tie, you're just not going to do it very often. Whereas with the polymer knot, it's easy to retie, so you'll take the time to retie after you catch a few fish or you get hung up where you might have frayed your line or whatever. And that's part of the key is, just maintaining that line by being willing to retie during the day.
Right, absolutely. Morning, Patrick. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, MBH. Good to see you. Everybody's having fun times this morning. So I went ahead and got Live Scope again, and I got the new generation. Is there anything you could tell me for advice? I've been watching. Well, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to start watching YouTube like crazy, just to learn how to put my filters and my gain and all that adjustments and stuff. Is there anything else you can recommend for someone that's going to get into that? That's like a little electronics university or something that helps them better, Denny? Or is it just trial and error?
Yeah, some of it's trial and error. Just try to get out on the water with somebody that's really familiar with using it, and in the day, letting them really show you the little ins and outs of it to help, make your time on the water more useful, because there is a learning curve without a doubt to figure out the cone angles on it and, the distances where the fish are at to where you can make exact casts. And I'm certainly not a forward-facing sonar expert by any means, but I've been, running the Humminbird Mega Live now for several years, and I can see the advantages down here where we got a lot of hydrilla in the water. It's really nice to, shoot that beam forward to see where your exact hydrilla line is so you can make accurate casts. I probably use it more for that than I actually do, trying to catch fish with it that I'm throwing at.
Yeah. Now, see, when I had mine before, I had my transducer pointing down more than forward, because I wanted to see the bottom, and I wanted to see where me, I'm more of a walleye and crappie guy. But that was the way I did it, and I could see my jigs and stuff really good in the water column, and I could see everything. I struggled with the forward facing stuff, and I think that it was just me, Denny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can either have it forward mode or perspective mode, but forward mode at a 60-degree angle just seems to work out really good for bass fishing for me.
Okay.
On Lake Amistad, where I can see everything before I get to it, and it just makes the educational process of where to put your casts a lot easier.
Yeah. I got to ask you, how'd your deer season go?
It went okay. I hunted my friend's ranch over in East Texas and shot an absolute giant deer over there. And then I went to Illinois and hunted my friend's farm up there. And I saw a really big buck about 10 minutes before legal shooting time. And, it was probably in the mid-160s, maybe 170 class deer. And before legal light came, it was gone, and I never saw another good deer the rest of the season.
I'm telling you what, I actually hunted Kansas 14, 15 days straight. Before I had an opportunity early, but I kind of messed up. And if you watch the Respect the Game TV, folks, you'll see it. We called him the flyer buck. Then I had him come in, And in Kansas, you can hunt around feeders and stuff, but he was coming in downwind of the feeder to check for does. So I was set up in a ground blind on the, trying to hunt him on the ground, and he came downwind, but instead of going around the feeder and back down the little ravine there, he came. That sucker walked straight to my ground blind, and I'm self filming for the TV show, and I couldn't get the camera out wide enough. But I didn't have time to do nothing. It all happened within 10 seconds. But I hunted this deer for several days, and I finally came in. It's like, you got to be kidding me. He didn't do what he was supposed to do, Danny. You know. But I had to sit in the rain for 3 days, and then I finally took a 161, something like that. But it was right at first light. I had him on. I had 23 bucks even in the rain coming in on my doe decoy. DSD came out. Dave Smith came out with that new doe decoy last year, and I mean I had does coming in trying to breed her and stuff, but I in Iowa, I didn't even draw my bow back. I didn't see a buck that over 2 years old that I wanted to shoot. It was the weirdest rut I've ever seen last year.
It was in a lot of parts of the country. Very, very strange rut. It almost like it didn't take effect in certain areas when it should have. And so I think the weather patterns probably played a part, but there's a lot about it we don't understand. That's for sure.
Yeah. Is it like that for fishing? I mean, what affects bass or other fish the most? Is it the barometric pressure? Is it the water temperature? What affects them the most? What shuts them down quicker than anything?
Well, the amount of daylight in a day, I think, triggers a lot of the spawn, but it's also water temperature. Obviously, when it gets to a certain range, falling water temperature can definitely shut fish down when a cold front comes through, especially pre-spawn fish. Actually, in the fall, falling water temperature can help trigger a bite when that water's been pretty warm. So there's a lot of variables that way, but they are very responsive to weather changes. So the more you learn about how the weather affects bass and bass movement and the bite, it gives you a little bit better idea how to fish, where you need to slow down or speed up, go deep, go shallow, etc.
Okay. Hey, we're visiting with Denny Brauer, fishing angler legend, however you want to say it. The man's been on more Wheaties boxes than I ever ate in my life. It's amazing. You know, I still got that Wheaties box you gave me at Denny Dennis's like 30 years ago. I'll never get rid of that, man. I was so happy when you gave me that. I don't know if I tell you that enough.
Well, you need to dig them out to see what they taste like now.
Well, no, it didn't have any Wheaties in it. It was flat, but it was just the box. But it was like, that was like, boy, Denny Dennis was trying to get that off of me. I said, Denny, I love you, but I'm not giving up that Denny Brauer Wheaties box. There's no way. I'll always be grateful for you coming out there that day. I don't know if I tell you that enough either. But hey, Den, hang on. I got to take a real quick break. We'll pick it up and talk a little more angling when we come back with Denny Brauer on 1350 ESPN. Morning, everybody.
Is it time to get your carpet looking like it did when you first moved in? Or have you had
We got Iowa Deer Classic tickets this morning. I got a secret listener I got to tell you about that won on the app. And I got a bake caddy.
Your carpets, upholstery, tile, and
These
grout
things are awesome.
great again, since he learned from his father on how to take care of customers. Richard Remediation and Cleaning can handle any size job, from a single home.
If anybody's got any questions you want me to ask Denny, let me know.
First responders and military discounts every day. So if you need help at home or work getting things back to normal, or cleaning up after the pet when they make
I got
a
Deer
mistake,
Classic
pick up the phone and
tickets.
call 319-400-6921. That's 319-400-6921.
It's amazing how many more friends you got when you got Deer Classic tickets. You ever notice that?
One call cleans it all. Look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation and Cleaning, or call 319-400-6921.
Hey, I'm Chelsea, and a little thing I like about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is I think it's just a perfect combination of ingredients. The pepper jack cheese and that spiciness of the sandwich. It's the right type of spice and the right amount of spice. It's crunchy on the outside, but then really tender on the inside. And then obviously the pickles on the bottom are iconic. There are too many things I like about it. I don't know if I can finish the thought.
Bring on the spice and order the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
You still save your
Dr.
fans
Don
and
Gilbert
everything?
from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things
Okay,
can
I
be
was going
tough
to
in
tell
the
you,
world
there's a
today.
new
I see
product
it every
out
day.
called
People
Fan
dealing
Lock.
with relationship
You don't have
issues,
to pour
parenting
borax or
struggles,
anything on it. You
anxiety,
just spray them down
depression,
for a
or
few
folks
days
just
and
looking
it
for a
sets
new
them up and
direction or
everything.
plan in
It's
their
pretty
life.
nice. But
If you find yourself
if
struggling
you
and
ever
are looking
want
for
that,
someone to
or
help
they
you
also
find
make
answers to a
something
better
for velvet
relationship,
deer
a
or elk.
marriage, or just
You
helping
shoot
with
something
everyday
in velvet.
stress, please consider
My
calling me a New
taxidermy
Life.
put me
We
on
offer a
it. It's the stuff he
family-friendly,
uses in all
straightforward
my
approach to
mounts.
helping you to get
If
through
you
the
ever want
layers
any
of
of that
stress
stuff,
that
let
can be
me know and
harmful
I'll
to
have
your
some
health,
sent to you.
relationships, and your work. The staff
No,
at New
well,
Life
anything to
offer
you, buddy.
one-on-one
Hang on,
sessions
okay?
that get right to the heart of the matter.
Thank you.
We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7.
What's everybody doing today? Huh? Big Saturday?
If bow hunting or archery is your passion,
I love the Midwest, man. What was it last week? 55 degrees. Now we're at 7, 8 degrees. Don't you love it?
And bow hunters for generations. They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Beard, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques and are experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons that'll help you fill your tags. Archery Field and Sports.
Something going on with the delay. I don't think so, Jeff. I mean, should be broadcasting all right.
For more information, go to
Hey, Richard.
or call 515-265-65.
Morning, Nick.
Hey, students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought
Yeah,
about using
Jeff
your
says
passion to help
something
you
going on with
college?
the delay.
Grandview
I don't know.
University is a small private college that is looking for students
I
that
don't
have a
know.
passion for
What do you mean
shooting
delay,
sports
Jeff?
and learning.
Talking
Grandview
about the
University
messenger?
has a shooting sports program that, if you qualify, will give you a guaranteed rate for your whole education while on the shooting team. That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless
There you go, Scott. Rub it in, buddy. Scott said 80s and 70s all week in Oklahoma.
Ammo, uniforms, travel, and education.
Yeah, but you guys got ticks out already,
If you'd
too.
like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you.
Hate them
For more
ticks.
information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's
How long does this
financial
break?
future is a priority, and life insurance is an
Last
easy way
one.
to help make that happen. You'll
These breaks
feel
are
good
getting
knowing
long.
You've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life
Yeah, my
insurance
eyes
is often more
cannot
affordable than
see
you
this
think.
morning.
Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
Ain't no better.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We're live streaming on Facebook, courtesy of the fine folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Denise and Zach renewed for another year yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. Got to see them, and they got a big show coming up in March. I'll tell you about that later. Visiting with angler legend Denny Brauer. We're talking a little bass fishing this morning. Hey, Den, what do you hear about Kentucky Lake, Barkley? Are they still doing pretty good as far as the fishery, or anything changing down in that area?
I've actually been hearing some pretty good reports from over there. You know, they really went through a major struggle with all the invasive carp in there for a few years, and I guess they started really harvesting them, and that's kind of slowed that down, and the bass have come back pretty strong. Tournament catches are starting to pick up, so I think there's a lot of positive things going on Kentucky Barkley.
Yeah, good. That was always one of my favorite lakes to go on a vacation and go fish. I grew up out there in the summers, and Man, you could catch some great smallies down there on Kentucky and Barkley, can't you?
Yeah, they've got good smallmouth fishing. They've got good largemouth fishing. It's just always been one of my favorite places as far as the tournament scene goes because it's so big you could spread out. Back in the day, we could fish either lake. So, I mean, you could fish all day and never see another tournament boat, which is pretty rare nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Morning, Rick, down in the Ozarks. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you. Scotty Mueller's rubbing it in Oklahoma. He said it's in the 60s and 70s all week. So thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. That means I told him his ticks were out already. Hey, did you what's the deal going on with the boat etiquette and stuff? I was watching stuff the other day on the news feed, and are they having problems with people with arguing about cutting people off or hitting people's boats or stuff? Did you see any of that?
I did not. I hope it doesn't come to that. Obviously, I think sportsmanship on the water should be a real priority, and especially with tournament anglers. I mean, if you're taking it to that extent, you're probably in the wrong sport. You need to get in the wrestling or something.
NASCAR fishing, Denny.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, but when you put money on the line, some people really lose good judgment, and I hate to hear about things like that, but I did not see whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, it was on YouTube. I mean, there was people, the guy ran up on another guy, and it's like, come on, man. I get a little annoyed when I'm walleye fishing and I net a couple fish, and the next thing I know, I got 10 boats around me. That's annoying. There's nothing you can do about it. It's all open water, but isn't that amazing how many friends you get when you start netting fish?
Yeah, that's a bad deal. People need to learn to find their own fish. If you're relying on other people for your success, you're not going to be in the sport very long anyway. So get out there and do your homework and, spend time on the water, find your own fish, and respect other people's spots.
Boy, Ozarks, and was it Truman? The water's been so low. I don't know if you follow Missouri much, but the water's been with the drought and everything. But man, they're smoking the walleye down there. Have you heard that? They've been. I mean, it's turned into a really nice walleye lake. Both of them.
I have not, but I do remember over the years catching some nice walleye when I did live up there. But it's just a matter of time till they really spread out or where they became a thing.
Yeah. I don't know, Dan, man. I know you like big bucket mouse, but them walleye are good for eating.
Yeah, they are. There's no arguing there. If you want to send me a cooler full of them, I have no problem with that.
Well, I've already invited you up here to go deer hunting. So I tell you what, you take me walleye fishing or something. You come up here and deer hunt with me.
Well, we've got such good deer hunting here in Texas. It's just hard for me to leave.
Oh, listen to him. He just don't want to put no insulated bibs on.
That's part of it.
Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Hoyt. Good to see you guys. Thanks for watching and listening this morning. I appreciate you. So, hey, any good new lures out there or line you want to tell the folks about before we let you go?
No, nothing. That really jumps out at me right now. The Thunder Cricket that Strike King came out with a couple of years ago is still red hot. Continues to be. We keep bringing it out in additional colors, which gives anglers a few more options. As far as the line goes, no, not a lot has changed there. Seagar actually invented fluorocarbon, so they got right off the bat. There's really been no reason to change. So most of my stuff is, pretty stable as far as fishing goes.
I got you. Well, that's good, though. I mean, you already know what you're going through. I don't know how you guys keep your tackle boxes and tackle trays and stuff organized, or how you remember what, because, I mean, you guys got thousands of stuff on your boats. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, you really do for different situations, and, you pack according to the seasons, and once in a while you take a box out and put a box in, like during the wintertime that you normally wouldn't have, but we pretty well carry a variety of lures for different situations and just look at them as tools.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like anything. What do you got going on for hunting this year? You got any big plans? I know you said you had to get your knee fixed, but you doing anything, or are you just staying around Texas?
Well, I'm pretty much staying around Texas. I may go back out line hunting again. if the knees get good and I feel physically fit to do it. Other than that, I'm going to do a West Texas elk hunt. And, of course, I'll do my usual deer hunts. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds like a plan. Well, buddy, I always appreciate you getting up and talking fishing with us this morning. If someone wants to find out more of what you're doing or catch up with you on TV or whatever, what's the best way for them to do it?
Oh, we're still filming some shows for Strike King Pro Team Journal, but you can find me on Facebook or Instagram.
All right. Denny, all the best, buddy. We appreciate you. Let me know if you need anything.
I appreciate it, Dan. Good luck to you.
I need all the luck I can get because it's already, Denny, I don't know if you ever get this way, but last night, 1:30 in the morning, I'm sitting there in my head. I can't sleep. I'm sitting there thinking about where am I going to put my turkey blinds in April. And it's just, I'm going over my Onyx stuff, and it's like, yeah, do I go here? Do I go on this point? I mean, there's a good roosting spot here. I'm like 6-7 weeks out, Denny, and it's already keeping me up.
I think you need
therapy. Well, anybody that knows me knows I need therapy, Denny. So, hey, buddy, you be good. All the best.
You too.
Thank you. There he goes, Denny Brauer, everybody. Fine fella right there, I'm telling you. You can find him and Shaw and Gary Klein, all them guys. They're legends, man. They're just super nice people. 7:30 and some change. Andrew's over there sniffling. I don't know what I want to catch now. He's always bringing his germs into the studio. Where's your mask at?
Oh man, those aren't there anymore. Those aren't a thing.
Yeah, I didn't even wear them when they were a thing.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Hey, Brant. Good morning. Do you have the car at? I have you in the car at 1350. Thank you, Brant. Fishing Dave, Thunder Cricket is a fire crawl color is the best bachelor. Fishing Dave said. Yeah, I figured old Fishing Dave would be happy having Denny on this morning. All right, tell you what, 7:30. I need to take a break. If you want to try to win that bait caddy, I got this bait caddy right now. Denny answered us. If you listen to the interview, what lake does Denny live on? What lake does Denny live? He just said it like 5 minutes ago. 515-244-1350. 244-1350. Call Andrew. You don't have to come on the air, but we'll let you win. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Bait Caddy, everybody. Bait Caddy.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true.
You know the answer? Were you listening?
It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa.
Did you get them out?
Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or
send
just
them an
time
email.
to sit back and
Send Liam
unwind,
an email too.
well, then it's time
So hey guys,
for a
please keep the
Revelton
spots out of the.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage of some fun
You watching your
time in
phones?
the outdoors? Yep. Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters.
Morning, Tommy. Morning, Corey. There you go, Corey. That sounds like fun.
They can help you cover your boat fishing trips with a new Tacticam fish cam that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K.
Pete, yeah, I'm working on that, buddy. I'm either going to sell Pete's asking about the Buck Talk radio shirts. We're either going to sell them at the Deer Classic. I might just sell them at the Deer Classic. Everybody that already bought one, you're still in the contest. I've got all your information and everything. We had like four or five shirts already bought. So I said first 20 we were going to do that big prize, but I can't do a bow anymore because I'm not with the lead anymore. So I've got what am I giving away? I'm giving away an Ozonics 500 and something else. So it's still a great prize. So, but yeah, Pete, probably sell them at the probably over at Archery Field and Sports. I'll probably have them for sale there. And then if you get one, just bring it over and I'll put you in the drawing. Okay?
Technology are the owners.
I had to change the logo. That's why I've been kind of. We had a trademark thing, so that was part of the problem. So,
Even bare, processed, and hand-wrapped, cut to your
but thanks for asking, Pete.
If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and turkey with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
If you're an angler, you know the importance of keeping your bait fresh, alive, and handy. Well, let's talk about a bait system that helps folks catch more fish and is made in Minnesota where they know fishing. The Bait Caddy is an amazing bait system that you can use for open water fishing or ice fishing that keeps your minnows, leeches, shiners, and bait fresh while you fish. The Bait Caddy has
what was the issue with the logo you made?
Housing that lets you see your bait at all times. Its large lid allows easy access to your bait and keeps it handy and flush in 8 to 10 inch ice holes. No loose parts, it's self-filling, then it floats. Plus, it's made not to crack or fade.
So that they
The Bait Caddy will fit in your live well.
Morning, Stewie.
Easy alongside your boat. And
Yeah, I'm sick of it, man.
The Bait Caddy has a lifetime warranty and will be a bait system your friends will want. For more information, please go
we buy ASCAP, we pay for Artlist. I mean, we shouldn't be worried about the music.
90% of
Minnesota and keeps your bait fresh all day.
And what the algorithm does is look
This is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that
It's
specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Partner of the week this week is Itasca Footwear. Thanks to everybody up in Minnesota at Itasca for helping us keep people comfortable in the good outdoors. Yeah, we're going to be giving away some Itasca boots here pretty quick. So anyway, thanks to Denny Brauer. I always enjoy talking fishing with Denny. Went over to Imperial RV. They've got their big RV show March 15th through the 17th at the Animal Learning Center at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. That's going to be the next big RV show. They're going to have campers on sale and all that other fun stuff. I think we just had our winner for the Bait Caddy. Who was that?
Yeah, Victor. Victor guessed it correctly.
Way to go, Vic.
And again, it's been a while since he's been on.
Well, that's good, Victor. Thanks for calling in. So Victor got him a Bait Caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the dipping net.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I just thought it was nice that we had a fishing guest on. We give away a Bait Caddy system made in the good old US of A. Look at that floating dip net in there. I'm telling you, Bob does it right up in Minnesota. These are made up in Minnesota. They've got UV filtered glass, so you don't have to worry about cracking, warping.
You don't have to worry about that other thing.
Yeah, hey, I've had crappy bait buckets before. This is the cat's meow, man.
It is.
Yeah, that fills up through those holes. It's got a little floating disc in the lid, so it floats right there. Perfect for if you're fishing off the bank, if you're kayaking. You know, you can throw it in your live well. That's what I'm going to do. It keeps your bait all nice and fresh.
Oh, boy.
Yep. You can see your bait at all times. I'm just telling you what, man. It's a great system.
It's the real deal.
Yeah. And it's good for ice fishing, too. Yeah. Any kind of fishing.
Any type of fishing.
But I know it's going to be nice for my shiners and stuff when I'm jigging for walleye. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, we got more of those coming up thanks to Bob, so we appreciate that. Oh, let's see. Good morning, Dirk Stark. Fletch it up, baby. Yeah. So, hey, speaking of Dirk, I took out my turkey fans. I'm getting all my stuff ready for. Yeah, looks perfect for a margarita. If you want to take your Bay Caddy and make margaritas, I don't think Bob would have an objection to that, Dirk. BayCaddy.com.
You're having
Margarita
a good time when.
Yeah. You know, I almost put Jenny. I bought Jenny some roses for Valentine's Day, and I almost put them in there in the Bay Caddy. But
you should have.
I should have, but I didn't want to press my luck.
So,
morning, Skippy.
Question.
Yeah.
Off topic.
Morning, Richard. That Bay Caddy is great for leeches. Also, it's good for any bait, Richard. Crawfish, leeches, shiners, minnows, you name it.
And your feelings.
And it's the choice is clear. Skippy, hey, will you quit interrupting me? I got 4 things I need to load real quick here. So first thing, Dirk, I got my turkey fan out. I'm starting to I told you, I was up all night thinking about my turkey spots already. And NWTF is going on, so I guess I'm channeling everybody's thoughts at NWTF down in Nashville. But anyway, long story short, so I'm sitting there, and I got my turkey fans out from last year, and I've got my fan lock, and I'm spraying my turkey fans down, so I've got those all cured, ready to go to use with my DSDs here in a few weeks for turkey season. So we're gonna have. I think Dirk's supposed to send me some of that fan lock to give away at the Deer Classic. So, morning, Jeff. Any special tips for a sore throat? Yeah, tea and lemon, honey. There you go. That'll help you better than anything, Jeff. And if it really hurts, go down to Revelton and get you some of that rye whiskey and take a shot of that.
Ooh, that'll do it.
That'll help you out. Yeah. But I always like to have my fans looking fresh and new for the next season, and that you don't have to put borax on them anymore. Just use the fan lock will kill all the bugs in your tail fan. So if you got any like bug mites or anything like that, you can use it on your turkey mounts and all that other stuff. Just good stuff. So anyway, hopefully we'll have some of that to give away at the Deer Classic. Dr. Dan, that's right, man. I'm on it, buddy. Fan lock, baby, Dirk says.
So he's like that doctor that's not quite a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on the radio.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So, Skippy Peterson, I saw Skip's on here. So I talked to Skippy, and we're going to do, he's going to do, it's not me, I'm just part of it. He's going to give everybody that wants to buy a gearhead at the Iowa Deer Classic, you know what? I'm going to do something right now. If you haven't won anything in the last 60 days, I'm saying 60 now, because I want to make sure we spread the wealth. I'll give you a pair of tickets to the Iowa Deer Classic. 244-1350. 244-1350. You don't even have to come on the radio. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 60 days. Call Andrew right now, and you got a pair of the Deer Classic. So Skippy's going to give everybody who wants to buy a gearhead over at Archery Field and Sports $300 off your bow. $300. That's a great deal. $300. And Mark is going to give depending on the bow, you're either going to get a $100 gift card or a $50 gift card, depending on the price of the bow you buy. And then I'm going to buy the first 4 people that buy a gearhead bow at the Iowa Deer Classic from Archery Field and Sports, because Skip's going to be over there letting people shoot them, talking with everybody about them and everything. First 4 people that come up to the Outdoor Call Radio booth and show me a receipt, you're going to get a free pair of Itasca hunting boots. $100 pair of boots that I wear, like I wear on Respect the Game TV. Larry and Brian, Paul, and I all wear them. So if I wear them, you know they're comfortable, you know they're warm, and you know they're good. So there you go. Sent you a message on Messenger. Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Dirk says, "Holy smokes, Skippy! That's a great deal, huh?" Even Dirk's impressed. $300 off. You're going to get a $50 or $100 gift card and a $100 pair of hunting boots from Itasca if you get a gearhead at the Iowa Deer Classic. So there you go. Just thought I'd let that. I'll be telling you about that until the show is over. Hey, we got that big turkey hunt challenge coming up. Also, you're gonna get a chance at a $1,600 turkey hunt to Slim Knox County whitetails, thanks to Chris and everybody down there in Missouri. You're gonna get a DSD hen decoy. You're going to get a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call pack. You're going to get a 5.0 or 5.0 wide. Just depends which one I got. a Tacticam camera, and if you shoot a turkey with a gearhead bow, I'll put you in for an extra prize if you get drawn. So this starts turkey season this year, April, whatever your season starts, April 15th or whatever. I won't take entries until then, but you just need to send me a 30 or 60-second clip that you did on a Tacticam. So it doesn't have to be a kill. It could be a miss. It could be turkeys coming into your decoys. I know, not everybody gets the flop on video, but we're gonna have a lot of fun with this year. It's almost $3,000 worth of stuff. So there you go. The line is busy. Well, Hank, I'm sorry, we got people calling in, man. There's 3 phone lines and they're all lit. It's Andrew. He's over there having a long time conversation. All right, secret listener contest winner for this week is Gene Gauthier or Gunther. It's either Gunther or Gauthier. I can't. Gene, anyway, congratulations. And Gene, I'll email you and tell you what you want. In case somebody else is listening that you might want to give it to. So congratulations. And if you don't know what we're talking about, on the Outdoor Call Radio app, if you download the app, I got my phone right here. I'll just do that. There's my phone. The Outdoor Call Radio app is right there. Right there. And if you open that up, it'll tell you what's playing. You just need to take a screenshot. There's a Game High commercial playing right now.
Well, that doesn't sound like
well, it's American Family. It's a little bit. So there you go. So if you just take a screenshot of a show, Monday through Friday, that you're listening to, just make sure the show logo is on there. It could be Fall Obsession, The Outdoor Drive. It could be Bass Edge on Tuesdays. Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television. We got a new show that started Thursday, Eye on the Target. Could be their logo. Whatever it is. All you got to do is just take a screenshot and email that to me at outdoorsdan@mac.com. Outdoorsdan@mac.com. And I'll put you in a drawing. And you can enter once every day. And then on Friday night at midnight, I draw the winner. So there you go. It's an easy way to win something.
Speaking of winners, you want to know who
who won the Deer Classic tickets?
It's the one and only guy you know very well.
Yeah?
That's the one and only Mr. Munson.
Randy Munson?
Randy Munson.
Well, he's disqualified.
You get to tell him that.
Yeah, he's disqualified. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, that's fine. Congratulations, Randy. All right, I got to take a break. We come back. I'll give. You know what? We come back. Andrew we'll give away. When you hear the song, when we hear the rejoiner and stuff, call in. Just make sure you have one in the last 60 days. 244-1350. 244-1350. And I'll give away another pair of Deer Classic tickets when we come back. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
When you're outdoors, it's only fun if you feel safe. Walking in the field or fishing the creek, your safety should be paramount. Let me introduce you to Alaskan-based Diamond D Outdoors and the Denali chest holster. With fast and easy access to your firearm,
Pairs.
holster offers the security you require while not being cumbersome. The Denali chest holster is handmade for both revolvers and semi-automatic pistols. It's designed for comfort.
We got Jamie Cook from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources coming on at 8 o'clock. New turkey program in Iowa. You're going to love the fishing report this week. It's like three things.
Diamond D Outdoors knows a thing or two about protection while enjoying the outdoors. The Denali
chest how many pairs are we giving away? Just one?
It has over 34 different variants to fit you and your exact gun. For more information or to order your Denali chest holster, check them out online at DiamondD.
I did say it said a pair. A pair means two. You don't listen. You don't listen.
Shooting equipment, hunting gear, camo, deer blinds, land experts, big game outfitters, utility vehicles, food plots, equipment, and more. Bring your racks for Iowa's Big Buck and Shed Contest. Shoot the Hoyt 300 and 3D events. Pro seminars and celebrities. World record books. Nature Nick's animal shows. Swamp People's Ronnie Adams and more. Get event details, buy tickets, and win great prizes at IowaDeerClassic.com. The greatest whitetail show on earth is March 1st through the 3rd at Iowa Events.
Thank you, Scott. I just saw your thing.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years.
He said a pair. Thank you, Pete.
Using only the
Pete even agrees with me. Pete said he said a pair. I know what I said. I said it. I was there when I said it. I said it. I know what I said.
Trails or ice fishing in sub-zero weather. Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions.
That's what he said. That's what the man said.
Retailers. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Thank you, Scott.
Going fishing is
when the
something we look
rejoiner
forward
started.
to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically
Man, what is with
proven
the
to be
studio?
more sensitive with
I
their
get here,
unique weave design,
I'm
as
cold.
much as 2 times
I get
as
in here,
sensitive
it's
as
hot.
other
I take my
costly
vest
rod
off. Now I'm
brands.
cold
Trika
again.
casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait
I'm telling
in
you,
the strike
I'm
zone
having
longer.
hot flashes.
Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end
Trika.
rods
I love my
available.
Trika
They offer a
rods.
1-year, no-question
I can
cast
really feel the
guarantee.
fish.
Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchase.
1 year.
They also come with a limited lifetime.
You could have that rod for 345 days and say, I don't think I want it. Send it back and get your money back.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward
Gene
cars,
Gunther.
as well as a good mix of utility carts as well.
I just
We've got a
emailed him.
number of
Did he
pre-owned
email me
golf
back
carts
yet?
in all types of price ranges.
Yeah.
Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars.
Gunther. Gunther.
Check out our website for a complete inventory at Speed's Golf Cars.
I think that's.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, that would be a good time to call 244-1350 if you want a pair of tickets to the Iowa Deer Classic. If you haven't won anything in the last 60 days, I know it's usually 30, but we're saying 60 because we want to make sure somebody that's been listening for a while. You know, I love everybody that listens to the show, but you know, not everybody's got us on speed dial.
So we're giving away how many bears?
A pair.
A pair.
A pair. Not an apple, a pair. All right, fishing report brought to you by the fine folks at the Bait Caddy up in Minnesota. That's right, made in the good old U.S. of A. You can use it for fishing off the bank. You can use it in a kayak. You can use it in your boat. You can use it on the ice. You can use it for anything. And it's just not for for minnows. It could be for shiners, leeches, crawfish. You could put worms in there. I don't care what you do. I wouldn't put worms in there. It's because it's so pretty. It's a pretty Bait Caddy system. Anyway, yeah, made in the USA. It got made with quality. I'm just telling you, it's a bait system that you're going to have for a long, long time. Look them up at baitcaddy.com. All right, Brushy Creek Lake. Lake is opening up around the beach area. Ice is pulling away from the shorelines. Any remaining ice is unsafe. Bluegill fair, yellow percher fair. There you go, Richard. There's your fishing report for the day. Spirit Lake, unsafe ice conditions. Walleye season is closed until March or May 4th. Black crappie bites good. Minnows with plastics are working well. Many nice fish have been seen lately. Bluegill are fair. Yellow perch are good. You can find some sorting. Numbers are good. Some sorting might be needed. West Okoboji Lake, unsafe ice conditions. Walleye season is closed until May 4th. Black crappie bite is fair. Small jigs, tip of the minnow. Gills are good. Pumpkin seeds are good. Walleyes are good. Minnows and plastics work well. Yellow perch are fair. So that was the best fishing reports I could find. Area code 515 NBH, but you got to be able to come to the station and pick it up. That's the only thing, because I know you live on the east side of the state. So you can use it as an aquarium. You could use the Bait Caddy as an aquarium.
Yeah,
put a little aerator in there. You could do that.
A bad idea.
Yeah, because it's so clear.
Yeah,
because you can always see your bait.
Exactly.
That's right. That's good.
We did get another winner for the tickets. Again, a pair of them.
Yeah, a pair.
A pair, not an apple.
A pair.
You can't make me laugh when I'm trying to talk to them and get their information.
Banana. Nah.
Banana.
Who was it?
Richard Grimes.
Richard.
He has tried so. He's
not won in the last 60 days?
Unfortunately for him, he hasn't.
Well, good for Richard.
I've had so many conversations with him over the last couple months.
Well, Richard's a good guy.
He's been so close.
Even though he promises to take me fishing every year, and he never does.
Well, this time he might.
Well, no, I got my own boat now. I don't need Richard. I just go by myself. Me and Raven, okay, don't laugh at me. Jenny, Raven, our 4-year-old lab. So Jenny's worried about Raven in the water. And he's not the best swimmer. He can swim, but he's not a waterfowl dog because I don't waterfowl hunt. But but anyway, long story short, I'm going to have to get a life jacket for the dog. Here's the problem. If that dog jumps in the water and I got to get it, I don't know if I can get him out of the water. He's 100 pounds.
You're going to have to get him to shore.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to jump in the lake and be able to. I'll drown. Because I'm not going to be able to.
You have a life vest on.
Well, I wear those personal flotation devices, those PFDs that they're like a little. They're nothing until you pop them out, hit the air thing. But there's no way I could push that dog out of the water if I'm in the water. He's too big.
Too big.
Yeah. Now I did see that they make these little life raft things that you can put on the side of the boat. That it's like a ladder, and the dogs can get in and out of the water. So maybe, man, I don't want to be carrying all that stuff on my boat though. I'm hoping the dog just stays in the boat. But I want to take him fishing with me. Yeah. So, me and my little buddy.
You want a buddy?
Thanks, Dan. I'll see you there at the classic. You bet, Richard.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, he's my little buddy. I want to take my dog fishing. So, but I don't know, man. It's just like get a big net, Dave. There's not a net big enough for that dog. I'm just telling you, man. It's just not.
Get a bigger bait caddy.
A bigger what?
Get a bigger bait caddy.
A bigger bait caddy? Yeah, that ain't gonna help either. Oh, man. 7:55. Am I good?
You got a couple minutes. I'll yell at you.
Iowa Deer Classic, March 1st through the 3rd at the Iowa Event Center. Friday hours are 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday 10 to 4 p.m. Hey, now we got some stuff going on at the booth. We're going to have some contests. I'm going to have 3 or 4 little stations where you can scan a QR code to get discounts at some of our partners. And then if you download the app, I'm going to have a contest prize. If you download the app, we're going to give away a winter pack, an outdoor call radio pack. I just got these really nice Grizzly water bottles in for our 3rd anniversary on the Outdoor Call Radio app. And we're going to be giving a couple of those away. That'll be part of the drawing. And those are nice. We got some of these cups coming too that's got our logo, Grizzly cups, that's got our logo on it. So that's going to be fun. We got that big gearhead deal going on. Huh?
That I can't win.
No, you can't win. Yeah, sorry.
At least you brought donuts.
I brought you donuts. Yeah, what do you want? I gave you your check.
I had to yell at you for donuts this morning.
You should be bringing me donuts.
What?
Yeah, I give you a Christmas bonus every year. I take good care of you.
You do.
I should be getting
almost top level.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, top shelf, folks. Trust me. All right, I got to go. We'll be back. We're going to talk turkey with Jamie Cook from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. There was something else we're going to do. I've got a big, a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call deal at the Iowa Deer Classic. You come over. Todd's booth is going to be right next to mine. It's going to be Respect the Game TV. It's going to be my booth and then Todd's booth. We're all 3 together. But if you go buy a turkey call at Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call, you're going to get a chance of winning. I went and bought a Dave Smith decoy strutter decoy, and we're giving that away plus a bunch of turkey calls. So all you got to do is buy a mouth call or whatever call you buy, you're in the contest. We got a lot going on for the Deer Classic. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. There you go, Robin. Morning, Larry. I used to hunt in Nebraska. Robin, I just don't get a chance to get out there that much anymore. I lost my spot. They got some good turkey hunting out there, though. I was hunting by Valentine.
So before you head to your favorite fishing hole, head on over to purecrappie.com. That's purecrappie.com. They will help you catch more fish.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications.
Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Call, Sam. Look them up on Facebook. That's what we use on the radio and the TV show. Rupert's, made in Pennsylvania. Todd does a great job.
Its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing a Limitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality game-hide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit GameHide.com.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Aiken.
Jamie's a nice guy.
That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most
That dog can swim, Stuart. He can swim. I'm worried about pulling me over the boat. That dog's a big baby, man.
Patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop and Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack.
I got enough problems when because a lot of times I'm out there by myself, and I've had some stuff happen on a boat, man. I'm getting old.
It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Gates, locally grown and popped to perfection.
I was fishing out of Big Creek, 4 or 5 years ago, and I had my tiller boat then. So I'm pulling into the dock. The wind's really bad, so I'm pulling into to load my boat up. I'm pulling into the dock, and I'm easing in, and I let go of the tiller, and I went up to grab the handle on the dock. Well, idiot me didn't take the motor out of power. I thought I put it in neutral, but I didn't. And when I grabbed it, it pulled me right over the boat into the water. I went. Boat hit the dock. I went underneath the water. I pop out. I climb back in the boat, and I'm looking around, making sure nobody saw me. But yeah, that was embarrassing. I've had some mishaps. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I was telling a little mishap story during the break. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Gearhead Archery, made in the USA up in Wisconsin. Some of the best customer service ratings ever for a hunting partner in the hunting industry. Gearhead Archery is owned by Skippy Peterson and his beautiful wife and family, and they will do everything they can to make sure your hunting experience with the Gearhead, whether it's a vertical bow, a crossbow, they got some other things going too. It's kind of like a bow fishing slingshot bow. They got some really cool stuff. Gearhead doesn't look like a normal bow. It's a different design, and the reason it's made that is for functionality and accessibility and adjustability. I'm just telling you right now, it's one of the smoothest, quietest bows I've ever shot. You can get several different models. They offer carbon options. Go check them out, gearheadarchery.com, and don't forget, we got special deals going on at the Iowa Deer Classic coming up. Gearhead Archery, check them out. 8:01 and some change. Let's go over to the phones and see how Jamie Cook's doing from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Good morning, Jamie.
Morning, Dan. How are you?
You know, I was telling everybody a couple of minutes ago, I'm already ate up, Jamie. I was up at 1:30 last night trying to think where I'm going to put my turkey blinds for this year.
I had a guy on Wednesday night. We were at church, and he leaned over and he said, "Are turkeys starting to strut right now?" I said, "Well, it depends. What picture do you have?"
Yeah.
I think he had a picture of this tom that somehow got up next to a window, saw itself, and probably reacted to that. But it'll be here before you know it, Dan. That's for sure.
You know, it's amazing to me. Good morning, Jakin. Took a buddy in his lab fishing once. Dog tried to retrieve the lure. We don't want that. Brant says, no more lab owner. Hang on, Jimmy. No more lab owner statement. I need to get my dog a life vest. Yes, I own a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. There is no difference. My girl whines and wants to go by the water. There you go. Jacob, good morning, Larry. Wish I could make it to Iowa show. Larry, I do too. Jamie, I don't think a lot of people know that they display all year. It's just not during the spring. You know, they get into a mood. They start strutting.
Yeah, they sure do, and it's fun to see. That's for sure.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I get fired up every time I get a trail cam picture, or if I'm in my deer stand and I see one out there strutting. It's like, it's November.
Yeah, yeah. Turkeys can surprise us. I had a chance to take my 13-year-old daughter out to a tree stand this fall, and we were sitting in there, and it was her first experience, and she's doing the archery in the schools program, so she's starting to pick up a lot of interest too in the outdoors. But I felt like I failed as a father because we were sitting in the stand and we were getting into that last hour of daylight. And I told her, I said, okay, we're to the golden hour. This is when the magic's going to happen. And she was sitting there maybe 10 minutes, and she said, Dad, nothing's happened yet. And it was as if it was almost on cue, Dan. These 6 turkeys came off of this hill and were flying and lit right down in this field in front of us. And her eyes got the size of like Coke bottle bottoms. And she looked at me. She goes, I didn't know turkeys could fly, Dad. And I felt like such a failure. But I had a great laugh with her, and hopefully sparked some interest. We haven't talked about getting out this spring to chase turkeys, but we may.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? It's getting here.
You know, of all the animals, when I started bow hunting 34 years ago, Jamie, the animal that made an idiot out of me more than any other one was the turkey. It took me 5-6 years before I finally realized I was calling too loud, too often, wrong time, wasn't trying to read the bird's behavior or temperature. I was doing everything wrong you could do wrong, and I was trying to get them with my bow.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd get them in, and I'd move at the wrong time. Anything you could do wrong, I did wrong. And then something finally clicked in my head, and I'm up to 95 birds with my bow now. But it just well, if it wasn't for me doing Outdoors Traditions TV for 20 years, I wouldn't be that high. But it's one of the easiest hunts as far as accessibility, cost wise, and just pure enjoyment you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's a good time. To be quite honest, Dan, I have walked away from turkey seasons the last few years. I haven't hunted. I had, and I'm a newer hunter. I started in my mid-30s with deer in Kentucky, and when I moved out here, I kept trying to turkey hunt, but I've just not been able to connect. Wasn't able to connect on birds in Kentucky either, just because, again, I've started out kind of doing all the things wrong.
Yeah. Well,
and not being able to pump the time in scout, I think that's such a huge piece that people forget. You can't just walk out on public land and expect to see birds, let alone take a shot on one. So you got to do your homework and get out there and know where they're at.
I get asked this all the time when I'm doing seminars or people emailing me questions and stuff on turkeys. They say, what's the number one tip you can give me to help me be more successful? And I always say, try to get between where they're roosting and where they're going to feed. If you can get in the middle of that, your odds are going to greatly increase.
Yep. I always heard the mantra, put them to bed and be there when they wake up. So.
Yeah, well, that's roosting them is a good tip, but I don't know how many times I could tell you I roosted them and then they went the other way.
Went down. Yeah. Well, it keeps us humble. Dave.
They still humble me. They still humble me. I just don't think there's a greater hunting thing you can do like I said. I mean, you can, no matter where you go in the United States. People are more willing to let you come on and do a turkey hunt on private land than they are anything else, and there's always great public hunting options available. Now, Iowa, I know we're challenged on public ground as compared to Missouri or something like that, but we still got great hunting opportunities here in Iowa. And and the thing I get the DNR reports every week. That's why I called you, because you guys got a new hunt program coming up. But there's a lot of folks after post-COVID. COVID, the blessing out of COVID was it got people hunting and fishing, because that was really the only thing people felt safe to do.
Yeah.
So as tragic as COVID was for this country, there was some blessings out of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's funny you bring that up. We've been watching now for close to 15 years. Hunting continue to decline in numbers.
Yep.
Fewer people get in. You know that we're doing a whole lot of efforts. State agencies across the country are trying to recruit people and keep current hunters hunting and try to get those that have lapsed back into hunting. And we learned out of COVID that people want to learn both virtually and online. And there's been some research done, and we know that people want the ease of access to be able to just pull up their phone, pull up their computer, open their laptop, and learn from there. But there's just something about the human interaction that people still crave.
Yeah.
And so we are trying to do our best to try to strike both of those chords with our Learn to Hunt program throughout the whole season. So we've got materials online. We've got video resources at our website for people who want to learn about specific species to hunt. You can check that out at Go Outdoors, Iowa.com. Those are our event classes. And then we've got some incredible resources on YouTube with our Take It Outside page. A lot of different species. And all that's linked off of our dnr.iowa.gov website as well. But yeah, let's talk about these classes if you're ready.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I mean, I still do my show in St. Louis on Sunday nights. That's where I grew up, was Missouri. But
nice.
Even Missouri's, they're doing a 12-month getting outdoors program where they're doing classes on hunting and fishing every month. And I applaud conservation groups for doing that, because there's a lot of folks out there. I mean, one of the things, I don't know, Jamie, if you were here when we used to do these family fishing days here in Des Moines. And we'd have several thousand people come out for that. And we had a lot of single moms that would come out. They didn't have any idea what tackle to use, how to tie fishing knots, or how to clean a fish. I mean, we team up with the Des Moines Isaac Walton League.
Yeah.
And those guys, a lot of them are dead now. But Rod Kent and a whole bunch of really other good people would come out and help with that. There's such a need for that, Jamie. I'm glad that everybody there is doing that stuff.
Yeah, what's great about these classes is that we try to link up to those groups that you just mentioned. Of course, our hunter education classes are delivered by nearly 1,000 volunteers across the state that know the need for hunter safety and stress the importance of firearm safety in the field. And we can't do it without volunteers. And the same thing for these classes. We've got National Wild Turkey Federation, a couple of different chapters in Iowa that are helping us out. And they're really going to be doing the brunt of the instruction. They're going to certainly be there to share their expertise and their passion, because when it comes to hunters, there's probably not another passionate group out there that's able to just harness their talents, their energy, their passion, their resources, and try to bring new people into the outdoors.
Yeah, and what's nice about this, you're doing it well in advance where people can take that and still get out and get a tag and use what they're going to learn. So,
absolutely.
You guys are doing this on March 12th, and is it the 19th?
Yeah, we've got actually two different classes. We've got the one in Des Moines. It's going to be the 12th and 19th. Those are Tuesday nights. It's going to be up at Butch Olafson shooting range up north of Polk City. And then we've got another one that I wanted to mention today, too. It'll be on Saturday, March the 30th, and it's going to be over at the Amana Sportsman's Club near Homestead. So it's going to be over near Iowa City and Cedar Rapids. So if you've got folks listening from on that end of the state, we're going to have a class coming over your way as well.
Yeah, we definitely got people on the live stream for sure watching.
Yeah.
Brandon says, biggest mistake new hunters make is when the toms can see your decoys, they keep calling, and it will hang them up in a hurry. Brandon, that's there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Roger, good morning. Good morning up in New York. Roger's up in New York. Nice. New York. Not New York City. Don't say New York City. He gets temperamental when you say it. Bob Wright, good morning this morning. So what's the age limit, or what age group are you looking to get into these classes, Jamie?
Yeah, great question. We've got actually two different age groups that we're looking at. Again, 16 is kind of that sweet spot when they're required to have hunter education.
Yeah.
Because they're required to have a license. And so for the class in Des Moines, we're trying to restrict that to 16 years and older.
Okay.
And that just allows a different dynamic. It allows adults to kind of interact with adults, and typically your youth are old enough that they can participate and have a lot of fun. And then for that class over in the Amana colonies, kind of the same thing. But if you're going to have a child under the age of 16, we want that adult there. Again, that's just because, as you pointed out, sometimes youngsters are wanting to get into the field, but they don't have a parent or a guardian or someone to take them. And so this is a great way, over in the Amanas at that particular event to make sure that they've got an adult with them, and maybe that adult's going to learn enough, get excited, and maybe actually try to take them out too. So we want to set folks up for success wherever they are.
Hey, is there any? I'm gonna ask you a question. This is kind of slightly off topic, but I want to ask you since I got you on. Is there? There's so many of our kids today with everything going on in this world, Jamie. There's so many kids out there that are growing up in families that don't have a dad. And is there any way we could ever do or get a program initiated where we could call it like fostering the outdoors, where we could take kids without dads or grandparents and try to educate them on the outdoors? Has anybody ever looked at doing something like that?
You mean targeting, or maybe that target audience for the organization would be at-risk youth, like you said?
Right.
I have been in this field for about 15 years, and there is a religious organization, I think, that I've come in contact with. They're called Fathers in the Field. And I think they work primarily through churches and other civic organizations to try to connect with boys particularly. And that's honestly, I think, one of the only ones. Now, that's not to say that there couldn't be, groups out there. If you're part of a sportsman's club or a chapter of some kind of another conservation organization that couldn't start working maybe locally, even with the school, to see if there would be interest. The thing with the DNR, we're trying our best to target in more the larger city areas with our programs.
Oh, sure.
We're
so
limited with staff, but I certainly think there would be some value there. I absolutely do. But going back to your point too, what I've been seeing honestly in the last 6 or 7 years is there's much more of the mothers that are wanting to come up and then take their kids, and that's encouraging. And the world of tourism revolves around engaging, in a lot of cases, the mother in the home, because she's the one that typically plans the vacations and plans the trips. And if you can get mom hooked on an activity, then the research is there that the rest of the family will follow. So we've seen that happen time and time again with our programs. Mom will come in, and then she starts posting pictures of herself. And then the next season, she's got her youngsters out there, and that's a lot of fun to see.
Well, that's the nice thing about it. Just when you see moms getting involved, if you got the moms or the, how do I say this, the support parent involved. Yep. If you get those anchor people in the family, then you got a really good chance of a success story there.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's just a good way to go.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it is.
So go ahead. No, go ahead, bud.
I was just going to say, and that's what's great about these classes. These classes, both of them are going to be, they're going to kind of start out at the ground level. They're going to learn a little bit about the history of wild turkeys in Iowa. They're going to learn about their habitat needs, what sort of habitat preferences they have. Each of the classes will most likely have an officer come in, a conservation officer, and talk about regulations and make sure that is covered in a Q&A style format. And then they're going to break down gear. They're going to talk about hunting techniques and strategies. They're going to talk calling. And then I think they're going to have a chance as well to pattern a shotgun, or at least learn the process in patterning their shotgun. So it's kind of neat to be able to put these classes on and start at that level where, they're getting the very basics from the beginning. And even if you've been hunting, a number of years, you could probably pick some things up from these classes as well.
Absolutely. We're visiting with Jamie Cook with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Jamie, you hang on. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. I don't know why we get hackers on the messenger.
Do you like to go fishing, or have you
ever been back to
I took care of that Katie Joan Keller, everybody. Sorry about that. I don't know how I wish I could figure out how to do it. I guess the only way I could do that is set this up if you're friends only to comment. I'm going to have to do something because it really aggravates me when people do that. Sorry about that.
Wave whackers are custom made in Minnesota by Mike and his family. They're made from a 1/4-inch tinted polycarbonate, heavy-duty aluminum frames, extruded rubber for superior protection from unwanted water in your boat. Wave whackers are custom made to
Morning, Bob.
fishing boats, including tillers or consoles. So when you hit the water next time, don't let the water hit you back. Let wave whackers keep you dry and secure. Check them out at wavewhackers.com. That's wavewhackers.com. Or just pick up the phone and give Mike a call. You're going to love your wave whackers, and they're going to help keep you dry. Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle...
Make sure you send me a friend request if we're not friends. If you're watching this, because I'm going to change that setting where from now on people can only comment if they're friends.
I just got my truck wrapped
That'll
up
stop
with
that.
decals and
Because I'm really picky about who I take as a friend. I look and see their profiles and everything. I weed them those basement dwellers out. I got another word, but I don't want to say it on radio.
Bless you. Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you need help getting your message out or showing people what exactly your business does...
Anybody got any questions for Jamie from the DNR on turkeys or that turkey program? Let me know in Messenger.
292-6466.
Morning, Aaron.
To chasedecals.com and start planning your campaign today.
Tactacam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tactacam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the
Brandon, to set up, I had to make an exception on your case, buddy.
As you know, you educate your game and
I'm pretty picky.
Checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive.
I learned like 10 years ago when I started getting these friend requests from these girls in bikinis and stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, delete.
Verizon and AT&T plans available.
And now I'm 60, I'm still getting some of that. And it's like, really? Am I getting sexier as I get older? Nah.
You're like fine wine.
Yeah, I'm like fine wine. I age well. No, not really. Yeah. Those communists aren't getting me, buddy.
The new Reveal by Tactacam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving...
Hey, they got electric bikes and scooters now over at Imperial RV. Did you know that? I didn't know that until yesterday. We're going to do something this summer with them and give one of them away. Denise said she'd get us one. That's going to be awesome.
Imperial RV also features a full-service
and you can't win that, Andrew. They're neat.
RV can finance on site to help you with all your financial needs.
I need one of them for the Deer Classic. Ask him about nests, predator control, and impact on populations. All right, Robin. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Robin. I'll ask. I'm going to have Jim Coffey on here in a week or two. Jim's the turkey biologist, so that might be better for him, but I'll ask Jamie real quick. I think we had a good hatch last year, and I don't think we have a lot of winter mortality right now, but Brandon, I think the nest robbers are always an issue. That's just my opinion.
Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form.
What we give away? 2 pairs of tickets?
Hanging branches or scrapes.
And that bait caddy?
Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear,
my eyes are messed up.
grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com.
I haven't went to the eye doctor in 2 years. I got to go get an eye exam.
Join the Pure Whitetail family
I just don't want to change my glasses.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan.
I hate it.
1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Live stream on Facebook Live on the Outdoor Call Radio app page. Thanks to our friends at Imperial RV. Our guest is Jamie Cook with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Jamie, I got a couple quick questions from listeners real quick.
You got it.
All right, Brandon wants to know, what about the nest predator control and impact on populations? Control makes a huge difference.
Would you mind the last bit of that question? I didn't quite catch.
He wants to know how the nest, how the predation control is going in Iowa, and he wants to know. He said predator control makes a huge difference on our turkey flocks.
Well, I tell friends never ask a plumber an electrician question.
I told him that'd be more of a Jim Coffey question.
Yeah, that would be a Jim Coffey question.
Yeah.
Probably any of our other biologists. I tend to just dabble in the outreach and hunter education shop. So.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
There's nothing, and I appreciate you being honest.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Robin wants
false information. That's for sure.
Oh, I hear you. Robin wants to know how is the Iowa population? Several states are cutting tags back. Seems to be down in my area this year for the first time in 20 years.
I haven't seen or heard anything from our Wildlife Bureau on us cutting tag numbers or anything. I would think the numbers are still holding steady. I feel like I've been seeing more and more birds each year just on my drives around the area where I live. So,
yeah.
Of course, that can be pocketed from county to county. But
it's going to be different farm to farm. But I have seen more birds this year. But, I haven't bought a fall turkey tag now in 3 years. I've been self-regulating in the fall.
Yep.
Scott says Oklahoma went from 3 birds to 1 bird and moved the start of the season from April to May in Oklahoma. Thank you, Scotty. And Brandon says killing raccoons year-round would help the population 100%. So we'll talk about that when we get Jim on, Brandon. So and then Kansas went to 1 bird this year too. They and actually, Jamie, did you know that you actually have to? I go to Kansas every year, but now it's a draw. It's not over the counter anymore for non-residents. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. There's a lot of states, man. It's that's the one thing out of COVID, Jamie. We talked about the blessing.
Yep.
The bad thing is now it's hard to draw a tag some places because when COVID hit, everybody started going hunting around the out west and everything else instead of trying to go to Canada and everything. Well, Now they saw how good it was. Now it's harder to draw a tag.
Oh, yeah. And you do bring up a good point. We've encountered that here and there, and there's some states that are beginning to do some research on that perception of crowding and competition.
Yeah.
Because we hear that in our shop, especially from certain hunters that just say you can't get on public land without bumping into somebody, or even if you go out west, where in the past you could go days without seeing somebody. You have that perception that if you bump into somebody now that it's crowded. And so we're looking forward to finding some of that research coming out here in the next year from some of our partners that are working with states and hunters across the West and Midwest for sure.
Well, let's look at Wisconsin. Even for the residents, when you have to do a turkey draw. Now you'll draw a tag as a resident in Wisconsin, but what they do is they try to have so many people out in each season so there's not overcrowding, even for the residents.
Yeah.
So every state does a little thing different.
It is. Yeah, they absolutely do. I had a brand new hunter in my mid-30s in Kentucky where I worked and lived for most of my life. When I moved out here, I had to learn a whole new system of regulations, a whole new licensing process, and it can take a while. Even as a resident in a new state, it can take a while to learn all that stuff.
Yeah. Where was you at in Kentucky?
I grew up in Somerset. A nice little jewel called Somerset was my hometown. It's down on Lake Cumberland. Hour and a half south of Lexington. And then just before we moved out to Iowa 6 years ago, we lived in Georgetown, Kentucky, which is right there nestled in the horse capital of the state. Just some rolling big farms and worked in Frankfurt. It was a gorgeous piece of the state to be
Bluegrass turkeys.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to.
Quite a few friends back home. I have a 7th grade biology teacher that he's now he's just an avid turkey hunter. So he's been all over hunting turkeys.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Land Between the Lakes is a great area to go hunt and fish.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, LBL.
Yep.
As the locals call it. It's a beautiful piece of the state too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to tell you, you people they're going to learn turkey hunting, proper equipment, safe shooting practices, how to dress and cook your turkeys, which is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to cook a turkey, Jamie?
Oh man, I came across these guys back again in Kentucky. We were doing one of these classes. We again had invited some NWTF folks to come in and help. This guy had a turkey nugget recipe, and before you judge, man, he had a batter that you put cayenne pepper in, white pepper in, and had it where you soaked it in buttermilk overnight, and you just had this great golden crust when you fried these things. And I've made them at the state fair before. I've made them at some of these workshops, and it gets a lot of rage from the people that are eating them.
Yeah. Oh,
it's one of my favorite ways of cooking them.
When I was doing Channel 8 News a long time ago, I was doing an Outdoors Dance segment on Thursday mornings I think I was on Channel 8 News for 6 years. I think we did it. And Marcus and them guys, every year around Thanksgiving, I'd Cajun fry or deep fry a turkey.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
That turkey was gone in like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whole turkey. Makes Thanksgiving look shame, right? Just, it's gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
there's no leftover.
Yeah, I used to enjoy doing that at Channel 8. That was always a lot of fun. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, again, both classes are going to do a great job in setting people up. I do think that the one class here in Des Moines, up in Polk City, it's going to get into more details on the cooking and dressing. They'll probably lightly touch on it over in Homestead, but those guys and gals will be happy to talk to you about it as well. So.
You might want to get there's a great company. I don't know if you heard me talking to Denny Brauer a little bit ago, but there's a company called it's Antler Velvet Lock Technologies, but they also make a product called Fan Lock. And you guys might want to get some of that, and just so you can show people when they take their bird apart and they want to save their tail fan and the feed or the spurs. You can spray that stuff on the fans and it'll cure it within 2 or 3 days. But it kills all the bugs and everything that's in that turkey feathers.
Interesting.
Yeah, look at it. It's called Fan Lock, and I can always send you a link if you can't find it. But instead of doing the old borax thing and letting them sit for 30, 40 days. That fan lock kills. You don't have to worry about bringing bugs and stuff in the house when you mount them on a tail fan board.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's good advice.
Yeah. Well, trust me, I've learned the hard way about stuff. Jamie, first of all, I'm going to say something. I always say this when we have DNR people. I want to thank you for what you do. Growing up in Missouri, we had one of the wealthiest conservation departments in the country. Actually, Missouri's one of the people are jealous of their budget. In '73, they had that 1/8 of 1% sales tax thing go through in the Constitution, and that's how Missouri is able to offer everything that they do.
Yeah.
Iowa does not have that. Ever since I've been up here for the last 26 years, we've been trying to get that Iowa thing through, and I keep getting on our legislators every year that needs to be through. That's me talking, not Jamie. But I appreciate what everybody at the DNR does with the budget they have. I know there's a lot of things that you and guys and gals do over there that you're spending your own money to do your job. And I don't think a lot of people know that. And it's because you have a passion for educating and protecting the resource as much as you all do over there. I just want to say on behalf of all the outdoors people, thank you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Dan. It's a humbling place to be employed. And you have those days where it's no doubt work, but then you have those days where you think, man, I'm getting paid to do this right now.
Yeah.
And that can be stuff that the public sees. We've got just some great teammates, and across all the bureaus, we've got some incredible people, as you said, that are just passionate about the resource. They themselves get out and enjoy it, and it's far beyond hunting and fishing. We've got some great people in our Parks Bureau, great people across in our air quality and other divisions that are out there just trying to do their best to, as you said, protect the resources. And it all comes down to passion and energy, and we appreciate it. And yeah, thank you.
No, you're welcome. I've been doing the show here for 24 years in Des Moines, and I've always appreciated the partnership. Dale Gardner just retired. Dale was really good. Dr. Willie Suki. I miss Willie so much. Jim Coffey jumps on with me all the time, and from the director all the way down to whoever sweeps up at night, we appreciate everybody over there.
Yeah, we've got some good folks in the building that take care of our needs there too on the sweeping. There's just some incredible people as well. It's great. It's a great team to be part of, and again, thanks for having us on.
Hey, anything cooking, let me know. Shoot me an email. But I try to keep an eye out on the news every week. But if someone wants to sign up for this program on the 12th and 19th out of Olison or on the 30th in Amana, what's the best thing for them to do, Jamie?
Yeah, pretty easy. It's the same website where you buy your license. It's called GoOutdoorsIowa.com, and there's an events tab. You'll click on that, and you can type in the word turkey, and both classes should pop up pretty quickly.
Okay. Aaron wants to know, do you recommend plucking or skinning a turkey?
Oh, man. It depends on how you want it to hit the table, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that love to have the skin on the bird. I think if you're going to have the skin on, you got to pluck it.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of times for ease and for just putting it in the freezer quickly, I won't take the time to pluck. I'll just cut the legs and meat off and take the breast meat off and see what I can get in terms of the other little parts and save them. But yeah, it all comes down to how you want to present it on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie, thanks for getting up early this morning and coming on the air. Let me know if there's anything we can get you on and talk about.
You got it. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for having us on again.
My pleasure, buddy. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you got it. Be safe out there this season.
I will. You too, buddy. There he goes, right. Jamie Cook, Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Fine feller right there. Brian, good morning. Robin, good morning. Brandon, thank you. Aaron, thank you. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie seeds.
That was nice. That was a good segment.
Like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Rama. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope you're
That's hot again.
From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction. Set yourself up for a successful fall.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals.
Thank you, Richard.
You need a
High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you.
I am not playing UFL. I'm not playing baseball fantasy. There's only one fantasy, and it's football. Huh? I'll just suffer until July. It's gonna be long. Thank you, Larry.
Specialty spices, marinades, and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain is also
I already got my draft board done. I got my rookies picked out.
Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer.
You don't even know who the rookies are.
HIMTNjerky.com for recipes.
He doesn't.
Find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
I'm thinking about sandbagging just so I can pick first.
Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines.
I'm tired of you vultures.
Is the owner of the Pet
In
Stop
the end, you'll
franchise
still get the same outcome of not winning a championship. But at least that you can't.
Yeah, I win some money every year. It all evens out.
The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain.
I made $20.
With a friendly user app on your phone,
I finished third.
customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their
No,
playtime.
first place got $120, second place got $80, third got $50. Fourth place got their money back.
Call 515-975-2190 or go online at
PetStop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Show went quick today.
Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to...
Hey, we got a new, we might have a new knife sponsor coming on. I'll let you know after the Deer Classic. Well, if we do, though, you're going to like winning some of these knives. I'm going to have to send them directly to you because we can't do it at the station, but you're going to want to get the app. I'm telling you, if you don't have the Outdoor Call Radio app, you need to get it. It's free to get, free to listen, and chances are you're going to win something for the year's over. I'll tell you as soon as I can tell you. There's a couple other things in the works too. That velvet lock and that fan lock, Dirk and I are close on that one. And then we got a dog deal for your pets we're talking about too.
Taping your own hunts is an
I
exciting
used it on
way
Raven
to
the other day. It worked pretty slick.
Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field. They're extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
Stiff Arm Pro and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon.
Hey, we got a new show on Thursdays. It's called Eye on the Target. If you like shooting firearms and Second Amendment stuff, you're gonna like that show. Really, really nice show on Thursdays. Every Thursday now. Eye on the Target.
You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out Fourth Arrow camera arms.
There you go, Steven.
Outdoors Dan approved.
Denny's awesome. We'll have Shaw on again here pretty quick. They're just busy right now.
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Yeah, fine. All right, go ahead. Hey, outdoor news brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. Registration open for CWD Ambassadors course in Woodbury County. This is Chronic Wasting Disease Ambassadors is a collaborative education program between the Iowa Department of Natural Resources and Iowa State University Extension and Outreach that seeks help from Iowans addressing the challenge of CWD. Registration is open for a course in March at the Dorothy Peacott, I hope I said that right, Nature Center in Woodbury. Classes are scheduled for March 12th, 19th, 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. The course is free. Meals are provided at each meeting. Wow, dinner and a show. Wow, I like that. I don't know what that's... Participants can include hunters and non-hunters, community members, and anyone interested in whitetail deer conservation and management. I heard a message there. Jacob, this time of year, I love the mile-long bridge in Polk City. The bald eagles are out and around. Yeah, bald eagles are everywhere, Jake. Will anyone interested in learning more about the disease and its management are encouraged to attend. The goal of the program is to develop small, connected, and well-educated network of local leaders to effectively communicate about the management and mitigation of chronic wasting disease. Graduates of the 3-week training program become ambassadors for the science-based management of CWD. Ambassadors are knowledgeable in the management of prevention and testing for the disease and equipped with communication skills, resources to help educate others within their community. How about that? Check it out. All right, 8:41 and some change. I'll take the first caller. Hasn't won in the last 60 days. I'm going to do one more pair of Iowa Deer Classic tickets. I said a pair, not an apple. Not an apple, not a pineapple, not a banana. A pair. Two tickets. 244-1350. 244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 60 days. Give everybody a chance to win. Thank you very much. Turkey Talk Radio. I'm going to start taping shows this week. So Turkey Talk Radio will be on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Right after that, Buck Talk Radio will play. We're going to start rerunning the Buck Talk radios until we get closer to the deer season again. Thanks to Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, Game Hide, Sportsman's Warehouse, Itasca Footwear, Flex Fletch, and Fourth Arrow Camera Arms for helping us do Turkey Talk Radio. Looking forward to that. Turkey Talk. Turkey Talk. Turkey. Oh, let's see. I guess, man, I'm almost out of. I think I've done my job. While Andrew's busy, let me tell you about the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelers. Wow, where'd that come from? Herman's Fine Jewelers over there at 2900 University in West Des Moines. They've been helping Iowans for 45 years. They've got over 10,000 diamonds, mountings in stock. I was just in there the other day. I bought some buffalo nickels there. I've always wanted to get some buffalo nickels. I asked Donnie. They've got everything in there. It's amazing what they got. I said, you got buffalo nickels? He goes, I do. I bought like 20 of them, and I'm going to give a couple to my kids, and for as collectibles and stuff from back in the 30s. So, but you can find almost anything in Herman's Fine Jewelers. Go check them out. They can do custom jewelry repair. They can help you with custom jewelry options. They can help you with trading or selling stuff you just don't wear anymore. Herman's Fine Jewelers for the best prices in town. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. Did you get your tickets away?
I did, the pair.
Yeah, who won the pair?
We got Mr. Jake. Big Pike.
Well, didn't Jake just win something?
Not in the last 60 days.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Not showing up on my systems.
Huh. Wonder what I'm thinking.
I don't know. No one knows what you're thinking, man. Even when you say what.
All right, if you looked it up, I believe you. I guess I'm just used to talking to him on the messenger all the time.
He is all over the board.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, share the wealth.
Yep.
Share the wealth. That's fine. So what are we at? 3 pairs we giving away today?
Yeah, we've done 3 pairs and a bait caddy.
100%, Jake says 100%. Well, Jake, I'm glad you won right now because we're giving away a new car. No, I'm kidding. Boy, wouldn't that stink?
You would have to buy a car first and then.
Well, I didn't say what kind of car. It could have been a Hot Wheels.
You know what? We should do that sometime.
Yeah, you know how many people would be mad at us if I said I was giving away a new truck and then giving away a Hot Wheel truck? Hey, I didn't say what it was. Just said it was new.
I'd get a kick out of that. Though.
No, I'd probably get sued.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, trust me. In today's society, he said he was giving away a new truck, man. That's fraud. When you got a new truck, that's fraud. That hurts my feelings. Then I'll be on the hook for $50,000.
Just say like vehicle.
You know what I almost did? You know what I almost put on Facebook last night? Since I've turned 60, you know the pronoun thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Which I still don't understand. I don't understand the need for pronouns and all this stuff in your name. But I figured, I'm 60 now, so my pronoun is Outdoors Dan Young, Grumpy Man. Those are my pronouns.
Grumpy Man.
Grumpy Man.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
So do I just put that in my signature line now?
You sure can if you want, yeah.
Have you got any of the Pure Strutter stuff to test? Can't wait for Monday when it goes live. Nope. I don't have the Pure Strutter stuff, Larry, because I use Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls. But I'm sure the Pure Starter stuff is awesome.
Just given away.
Yep, I really did. So, who's calling? Who is it? Ask him who it is. Who is it?
Well, hold on here just a quick second.
But just ask him who it is.
Bob.
Oh, tell Bob to call back when I tell. Tell Bob thank you.
Bob, we want to say thank you.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, good. Then make sure to call back later.
Yeah, that's Bob. I just being nosy to see who called. Yeah.
Will you stop that?
What? I just want to know who's calling.
You don't need to know who's calling.
We need to have a call screener, man, so I can see like on a screen who's on the line.
We don't have a screen that big.
Well, I'm saying we need one.
You'll need like a, Jerry Jones big screen type.
That would be awesome if we had a call screener like that. Hey, speaking of awesome, I need to take a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. I'd be listening. We'll be right back.
Veins are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years.
Yeah, Aaron said don't do that. You might end up in court.
Thinner,
hey, in today's society, Aaron, I wouldn't put it past anybody. Can't have too much turkey stuff. Absolutely, Larry.
Also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after after pass-through shots on targets.
I love pure whitetail, Larry. I don't go in the woods without my pure whitetail, my dust, or my if it's the rut,
styles for any archer to use in their setup, whether it's
white lightning.
Indoor or hunting. Flex has
From July on, I'm using pure whitetail dust and stuff on my scrapes and camera sites.
To get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch, go to your local dealer or flexfletch.com.
Fletch.
Proudly made in the USA, based out of Minnesota.
Whether you're shooting the Silent Nights or the new ones,
the
2.5s.
How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will wick away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also
braid, it depends on what I'm fishing with, Stu. If I'm using walleye, I'm using mono. If I'm bass fishing, I'm using braid. If I'm crappie fishing, fluorocarbon or mono.
So this year, when you plan your outdoor
a lot of times, it depends on the water too. If it's real clear water, I'll use fluorocarbon with a mono leader. I'm sorry, mono with a fluorocarbon leader.
And give your feet a treat. Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Live Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors.
Well, that's nice of you, Aaron. Thank you. That's a nice compliment.
One of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with the Dave Smith Gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down, move it side to side, and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Live action decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though, they're going to fool even the wariest old boss tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about live action decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
It's a minute and a half.
When you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun.
What is today, the 17th? Wow, Deer Class is going to be here quick. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. It just turned, it was just January. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'll find out if I drew Kansas in 4 days. We get 21st. We get to know if we drew or not. That's gonna stink if I didn't draw. Gonna miss Connie's cooking and Donovan ragging on me, picking on me. Always picking on me. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
At 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at
You're welcome, Jake. Well, if I knew you were going to bring your buck, I wouldn't have gave you tickets, Jake. I'm kidding.
At frosting cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice.
That's awesome.
If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at
Smelter never called back.
www.ice.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, it's time to head over to the Rock, Carl Chevrolet on Oro Labor Road and check in with Smoking Joe Smelter. Joe, what's going on today?
Selling trucks as best as I can, Dan.
Really? What are you doing up today?
Training as many salespeople as I can on the quality of salesmanship and offering great deals at Carl Chevrolet.
Really? What's wrong with your voice, Joe? You sound like you're a little diminutive Jedi Master.
Just training and doing the best I can, using the Force to make sure people's quality salesmanship's activities are doing well when they come in and they feel like they're part of the team, Dan.
Man, Joe, you're just a multifaceted sales guy. I mean, not only do you give great prices, great trade-in values, make sure your service after the sale is always there. I don't know how you do it.
I've always trained salespeople with the assumption of these things, Dan. Bad service in sales means anger. Anger leads to fear. Fear leads to danger.
I don't know how you do it, Joe. Just keep up doing the great work. What do you got going on at the? I mean, good. You got a good amount of trucks in.
Our fleet is better than ever, Dan. It is ready to deploy at all times.
Well, that sounds awesome, man. Well, I better go, Joe. How can people find you?
All they have to do is just find us off Highway 35 or Labor Road. Look for the thing that looks like a moon. It's not a moon. It's Carl Chevrolet. It could be a space station because we're so big.
All right. Well, thanks, Joe. I'll talk to you later. You know, that's hard to do.
For an extended period of time, that is hard to do.
I mean, real honestly.
You were starting to get into an old Irish woman there
at the end there, I was kind of like going Fozzie Bear. It was like, you know.
You had the little Swedish chef thrown in.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Absolutely.
I think that was one of my favorites.
Was it?
I do like the trying to be all dude, cool man.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I've done that so many times. I don't know. Breaking out the Yoda though, that's hard to do.
Classic.
Yeah,
you just got to work on extended time.
Speaking of Jedis, how about you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Force and give one more pair of tickets away. If you haven't won anything in the last 60 days, 244-1350, 244-1350. While Andrew's doing that, I'm going to tell you about another Jedi. That's Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi at Advanced Family Dentistry. Why is he a Jedi dentist? Because he uses the Force to calm me down because I'm such a big baby when it comes to the dentist. Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, and Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi all take great care of their patients. They've been voted best dental clinic in Ankeny for I don't know how many years running. So for excellent care for cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns while you wait, they make them right there. They'll take great care of you at Advanced Family Dentistry at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. You can call them anytime at 964-1490 or at ankenysmiles.com. Go check them out, and when you leave, they should say, "May the floss be with you." Jedi Dan. Yeah, there you go. Fishing Dave, I could see you.
When I go fishing, I always use my baitcaster. Baitcaster leads to less bird nesting.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I can still do Yoda. Man, I used to be able to do Yogi Bear, and I can't do them anymore. My voice has changed. I didn't know your voice could change when you got old. You know? Yeah, I can do that still. That's almost natural now. That's almost natural now. Yeah. Man, the show went quick today, everybody. I appreciate you listening, and congrats to all the winners. I appreciate Denny Brauer hopping online, and no pun intended. I always enjoy having Denny talking bass fishing, and we're going to get Jason Mitchell lined out, do some walleye tips for you here in a couple weeks, and then we'll try and get Brad Chappell back on for some crappie tips. So we're getting into the crappie, the walleye, and the turkey season. So we'll be talking a lot about those three things here moving forward. Who was that?
That was Bob.
Bob called back?
Bob, you know what? It pays to keep listening.
It does, man. We try to give everybody a fair shake, you know? Man, Andrew, show went quick today.
I know.
I got everything in, I think.
Just,
Jones Brothers Taxidermy. Yeah. Dave's already got my Kansas buck done for the Deer Classic. Thank you to Dave. Hey, I need a pedestal mount. If anybody's selling pedestal mounts for deer, outdoorsdan@mac.com. If you're making pedestal mounts, email me because I need to buy one for the booth. So, or we'll talk. How's that? Anyway, hey, don't forget Jones Brothers Taxidermy. All your taxidermy memory needs 515-249-4362. And I think that's it. Respect the Game TV. Watch it on the Sportsman's Channel, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Pursuit Channel, Hunt Channel. And I think we're good. I will see you next Wednesday. If you need anything, let me know. Other than that, be good to one another. We're all in it together. Until next time, bye! Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you. Let me know if anything's going on. Otherwise, I will talk with you soon. Thanks for spending Saturday morning with me. See you, everybody.